What's up, y'all? It's Ty in this video. Today, we're going to be going over ranking the best player at each and every price right now in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Now, I do want to kind of preface this by saying, like, there's kind of a lot of prices right now in which I just don't love anybody. And I'll talk about that where I'm, when we get there. But I just kind of want to tell you guys that right up front. Like, yeah, I tried my best, but there are, again, a lot of prices. I don't love anybody, and I want to start with this. For, less than basically 1,000 MT, there's nothing, right? You have to go up to basically 5,000 MT to get anybody worth your time. Now, 5,000 MT, let's start there because there's a couple of good options. First one, Purvis Ellison. This card's a beast. Small forward position for 5,000 MT. Good luck finding better. 6'10", 87 3 ball. Plays great defense, good speed, great badge-wise. I mean, I even see, I don't want to say, I see some really good teams, really, really good teams that are running this card. So don't think that this card can't run at a really high level. I see some people that have, Goat Yao and also are running Purvis Ellison. So that just shows you how good that this card truly can be for you guys. A great card for you guys to pick up for your squad. Next card at 5,000 MT is Mo Bamba. I am in love with this card, right? And now, even on the no money spend, he's going to be a perfect addition. 5,000 MT, 7 feet tall, 93 ball, great defense, 94 speed, 24 Hall of Fame badges. I mean, for 5,000 MT, you literally are not going to find better. And I'll debate that until I can't anymore. I mean, this card, for his price, is just an incredibly good value in this game. Super tough to find any better than Mo Bamba. I think, if you're trying to, it's a hard ask because I really do like what this card does provide for you guys on the floor. Really solid, 7 feet tall, long wingspan, plays good defense, just a complete player. 10,000 MT, I really don't see anything, okay? Because all these cards in the most recent drop are solid. I like Bronny for his price, Bruce Bowen, Rui is fine. But all of them are, 5,000 MT. So for 10,000 MT, I got nobody. For 15,000 MT, I got somebody. That somebody is Dark Matter Joe Smith. This card for 15,000 MT, I think is good. 6'10", 94 3 ball, good ball and a good defense, good speed. To me, a slight improvement over a Purvis Ellison by a very slight margin. And I think for me, the biggest reason there is his player model and his release. I love the Joe Smith release. Super easy to time, easy to green, good player build. Is a card that when I ran him has been really good for me on the floor. Next up, 25,000 MT, you gotta plug in Dominique Wilkins. I'm not saying Dominique Wilkins is perfect, but for 25,000 MT, you have to talk about the card. You have to. I don't make the rules. You got to. 28,000, 6'8", 100 overall, perfect stats, perfect badges. How can you hate on Dominique Wilkins? I'm not saying he's going to be the best card in the game, especially with his dribble sigs not being obviously ideal. But when I'm looking at Dominique Wilkins, he has a good jump shot. He's got the Pro 2 leaner. His dribble sigs aren't that bad. He's a point guard that can play for you guys. Not necessarily perfect, but he absolutely can play for you guys. Same thing, 25,000 MT. I am plugging in Dark Matter Josh Smith. Now, honestly, guys, you can find a pretty soup Dark Matter Josh Smith at this stage for relatively inexpensive, and that's kind of what I would be looking for here. Obviously, you can get a base one for 25,000 MT, but for a little bit more, might be able to find one with the 13 Legend, something like that. 6'9", good 3 ball, great defense, 96 speed, has the Pro 2 leaner. Absolutely ideal. Now, one guy I do want to mention in here that I haven't really talked about is Pink Diamond Michael Beasley. Again, his price kind of goes way up, way down. For 25,000 MT, you could plug in Pink Diamond Michael Beasley as well if you guys did want to. For 35,000 MT, you got to plug in Pink Diamond Victor Wembanyama. At this stage, guys, he's no longer perfect. Defensively, he leaves a lot to be desired, but he is still an okay big man on the game because of his height. And this one's got 7 legend badges for 37,000 MT. If you can find one that has the important legends, right? He has high flag denier, on-ball menace, brick wall challenger. Those are some pretty good ones. But if you can find a Wemby like that, for a decent price, I can't hate on it at all. Again, be patient with Wemby because there's going to be a lot that are souped up. You can probably spend, 50,000 and get one with 20 legends, something like that. But Wemby, problem with him at this stage is stat-wise, isn't necessarily ideal. But if you do get the new coach or one of the new coaches with Wemby, that's where he's going to be at his best. 50,000 MT up next. I am plugging in Kwame Brown. The problem I have with Kwame Brown is I just don't necessarily, I don't think the card's that perfect because I don't necessarily love his release. I don't necessarily love his leaner. But at the end of the day, like, I respect Kwame Brown because he's 6'11", he's 100 overall, he's going to be perfect stat-wise, perfect badge-wise. There's just not a whole lot of negatives in the card. No, I don't think his release is that perfect. No, I don't think the leaner is that good. But for 50,000 MT, you got to take what you can get. Next up, 75,000 MT. First guy I'm plugging in is 100 overall Jimmy Butler. I mean, base Jimmy is so good for 75,000 MT, an instant buy. 99s all across the board. 31 Hall of Famers, 9 on gold, has good release, has great dribble sigs, is 6'7". So again, player build is not going to be a problem for Mr. Jimmy Butler. There's just not a whole lot of negatives that I see with the card. The card looks absolutely outstanding to me. And even for like my no money spent squad series, he is definitely a card that I'm interested to add to the squad. Now, am I going to add him? Am I not going to add him? Again, I don't necessarily know. I probably will add him because, again, at the point guard position, it's important to have a guy that not only, you know, is tall and lengthy, but also a guy that can go get a bucket. And Jimmy Butler can do that. And that's, again, why I like the card is it's not like, oh, well, he can just get a bucket or, oh, he can just play defense. No, he can do a little bit of everything, which I think is super, super important at this stage of my team, is why I am high on Jimmy Butler. Next up here at 75,000 MT, same point guard, Cazzie Russell. Here's the thing, Cazzie Russell offensively is going to be better. Jimmy defensively is going to be better. To me, I like both. I can't hate on either one of them. I do think Jimmy's probably the more complete card, but if you want a pure offensive head, I love what Cazzie provides for you guys. I do. I think, you know, offensively, he's so good, so elite on the court. And I think defensively, guys, he, you know, is good enough, right? When I run Cazzie on the floor, it's not like I notice him being bad defensively. He's just fine. You know, it's not necessarily perfect, but he is absolutely just fine for me. So that's kind of where I'm at with Cazzie. Again, do I run him? No, but I'm not really a dribble head. If you're a dribble head, a guy that likes, you know, to create their own offense, Cazzie Russell is going to be very good for you guys. Next up, 100,000 MT. I'm still plugging in 100 overall Josh Smith. Look, I know a lot of people are going to be like really tight at this stage, move on. I still love Josh Smith cards, whether it's 100 overall, whether it is, you know, the other Josh Smith, I love him. Can honestly snag him for 75,000. Buy one with a few extra legends. You're going to be moving and grooving. 6'9", 100 overall, Pro 2 leaner, good shot. I mean, is he a dribble head? No. But outside of that, if you're not really a dribble head, he's going to do everything you need him to do on the floor. And so that's kind of for me where I'm at with him is like, at the end of the day, he's going to do the rest of those things, you know, well for me on the floor. So I'm not really worried about it, you know, like I'm sorry, but I'm just not. If he's going to do those things well for me on the floor, I trust him, you know, to play and compete. And again, for me, he did that. When I ran the card, I did have a lot of success with him. So it's hard for me to hate at all on the 100 overall Josh Smith. Next up, at this same price, we've got Greg Oden. A card that didn't quite make my top 10 center list, but I love this card. I've got him. Does he play for me anymore? No, but I really do like what Greg Oden provides. Has Pro 2. Defensively, going to be absolutely exquisite, outstanding. Offensively, going to hold it down for you guys. So, to me, he's got Pro 2. He's got a decent catch-and-shoot release. I just see a lot of pros with this card and not a lot of negative things. And so, that's the thing for me when I'm looking at him. It's just like, where are the negatives, you know? And that's the big thing for me that I just don't see a lot of negatives with Greg Oden. I think he is a card that's going to play and compete at an extremely high level. I love Mr. Greg Oden. Next up, 100,000 100 to 200,000 MT. We're going to plug in a few guys here. First one, Dark Matter, Mark Eaton. People ask me all the time, Ty, do you love Mark Eaton? I don't know if I love him, but I think defensively he's a card that's going to go out there and compete, especially if you can snag one couple of extra legends. For example, this one's at 100k, has 6 legends. You guys see Box Out Beast, Brick Wall, Immovable. Great legends. Pick them up. You're going to like the card. Next up, same price tag. We're plugging in Galaxy Opal Victor Wembanyama. Who do I like more, Victor Wembanyama or Mark Eaton? For their price, honestly, Mark Eaton. Got to be honest. I think, you know, no offensively he's not going to be as good. As far as the overall card, just sign me up for him. The last card I want to talk about plug-in is Mr. Dikembe Mutombo. I think he's the best of them, honestly. And again, this is a card that's going to be so good. This one's got 40 legends, so it's going to be a little gas. But if you can find just the normal Dikembe Mutombo for his price, is so elite. Next up, 200 to 400,000 MT. Don't really love anybody for this price range, so I'm plugging in Larry Bird because he's my small shooting guard. Again, if you can snag him for this price, awesome. If not, don't worry about it. I don't love him for this price tag. I don't love anybody. It's either you go all out or you don't. Like, again, my favorite card in the game, or not my favorite, but the best card if you're going to spend, in a ridiculous amount is Yao Ming, right? He is the best card right now in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. If you are going to go for it, bro. But that's really going to wrap it up. Like I said, after, the 100 to 200 MT, it gets absolutely crazy in here. So it is what it is, but that ultimately is where I am at as far as things are concerned today. Let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. Did I nail it? Is my list perfect? Is it not? Let me know. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are doing. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.